Hey, I'm Rod. Thanks for watching. Well, this is part 6 of my Stratolele build, and I'm moving back to the body. And what I need to do is I need to make the router pattern for the pocket in the back. I've got to route out a little wider for the cover to sit on. And if I have enough time in this one, I'm going to measure out for the holes for the pickup covers where they're going to poke through. So let's get set up and I'll get started. Now I need to make a router template for my pocket. I need to route out on the top just deep enough for the cover to go on, and I'm going to make it a little bit wider. The pocket is 2 7/8 long by 1 3/8 wide, so I'm going to make the template 3 1/4 long by 2 inches wide. That'll give me enough material to when I put the cover down, I'll have a spot to put the screws and screw it down. So what I did was I took my MDF board and I marked 2 lines at 2 inches wide, and I marked my center, and then I marked out 3 1/4 inches long. I took my radius pattern and I found the correct radius and I drew my radius on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drill a hole in it, and I'm going to get my scroll saw and put the blade through it and then run it out, and that'll give me my router pattern. It will also give me a pattern for the cover. Okay, I got my scroll saw, I drilled a hole in my pattern, stuck the blade through it, and now we're going to cut it out. Alright, there we go. Unfortunately, I can't use this for my cover pattern, so I'm going to make one right now. Okay, I've got my router pattern cut out for my pocket. Now I need to make a pattern for the cover. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to trace this, and then I'll cut that out on my bandsaw. So I'm going to go cut that out, and then we'll come back and we'll see how it fits. Okay, I got my router pattern cut out, and I've got the cover pattern cut out, and it fits nice and snug. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to put the body on the table and we're going to route out the pocket for the cover. Before I route this out, I need to set the depth. So what I got is I got a pick guard on here, which is a 3-layer pick guard, and I'm going to set my plunge router right on the edge, and I'm going to run it all the way down to where it's touching the body. Set my depth, and there we go, and I will route it out exactly the depth that I need for the cover. I got my pattern glued on. We can go ahead and route it out. Oh, we got that routed out, and the cover is going to fit nice and snug. So next thing to do is I'm going to take the pick guard and see if I can make the holes for the pickup covers. Okay, I'm trying to find center for the humbucker cover, just this part right here, because I'm going to cover up the screws and all in the pick guard. It's not hard, but it's not easy either. So what I did was I went from center line to the edge of the pocket, and it's 1 3/8 top and bottom. On the other side, it's 1 11/32. So it's not exactly on there perfect, but it's not that far off. So those two are 1/32. Then I had to figure out how far it was from the, or it is from the edge of the cover here to the edge of the pocket, and that is 3/8 on both of them. So now all they need to do is transfer those measurements to the pick guard, cut it out, and hopefully I get it right so I don't have to make another pick guard. I've got those measured out. Hopefully I got them in the right spot. I'm going to drill a couple holes in each side, and I'm going to break out the scroll saw again and cut those out, and we'll see if they'll fit over the humbucker covers. Okay, well, they're just a little bit too small. I'll have to take a file or a piece of sandpaper and sand these up just a little bit bigger, but the most important part is they're centered. That's what I was worried about. So let me take and sand these up a little bit, and we'll come back and we'll see if they fit any better. Okay, I got it to fit. I spent about 30 to 45 minutes with a paint stick and some sandpaper wrapped around it, sanding the edges, and it's got a little play in it, which is good in case I need to move it a little bit when I put the neck and the bridge on it. But that's going to be it for part 6. On part 7, I've got to get it ready for paint. So in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and sand it and get it all smooth so I don't have to do that later, and then we'll come back and we'll get it ready for paint. We're on the downhill slide now, so I appreciate you watching. Hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you on part 7.